Well, yeah, they're gonna play God for sure. Joey's complaining that we didn't get him enough detail. He said I just started talking in the last podcast. I just started talking about uh, the uh, the 12-year-old that they were after because evidently he didn't listen to the podcast before.
Oh.
You know what I mean? To hear the whole story or whatever.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So he's complaining that, well, you just go right into it mid story. It's like, no, it's not mid story. He was complaining
Oh, at
about
the
it.
end of the show, you should say to be continued or something.
Maybe I have to do that, yeah. I added in the beginning of the thing after my dad's interview, I added that, like when we do our opening, I added my dad at the end where he goes, that's just a bunch of shit. It don't make no sense. But I think what I might do is just make that the post roll, like after every show. I think I might pull it out of there and put it as the post roll. So after every show, it'll just have my dad saying, what the hell is this shit? I thought it was funny. I got a lot of good comments about my dad being on there. People think he's crazy.
Oh, he's funny.
They don't, you know what? The thing is, I'm watching it going, oh, he was so mild. He didn't, really. And it's like, that was so like, that's nothing by comparison to my actual dad. Like, that was just like the little bit of my dad. You know what I mean?
Well, you can't put it all on him at one time. gotta slowly bring him in.
It really was. Like, I mean, he has all these like funny, like shitty talk, like all these different things he says. I don't know. But it had me like thrown for a loop. Like, I'm like going, because when it was over, I'm like, because he ended it too soon. I had some stuff I wanted to hit on, and he's like, oh, I gotta go, because he's heading back to West Virginia or whatever. And then I'm like watching it, I'm watching afterwards I watch it and it's like, yeah, it wasn't that good, but everybody's like, oh man, your dad's crazy and this
I
and
thought it
that.
was good.
Yeah, everybody seems to think it was good, but I don't know. When I know my dad, I just know he's a lot crazier than that. You know what I mean?
Well, he knows he's on a public platform, so he don't want to go all out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I know. Did you see him like try to like clarify that he's not racist? Did you hear him like saying it? Like and he don't even realize he sounds racist doing it.
Yeah, it makes
Like
him sound more racist.
black people are people too. Nobody said they weren't, Dad.
Like he's arguing with somebody in the corner and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like arguing with himself is
Yeah.
what he's doing. It was pretty funny. That was like but there's so much stories, so many things that I wanted to. One of the things I wanted to talk to him about was when he pushed a 2x4 through the back window. I don't know. Did I ever talk about that on here or no?
I don't think so.
We were demoing a duplex on 8th Street. I was probably like 13 years old or something. And we're demoing. We got the demo job, we're just demoing this duplex. And my dad's pissed that I got a 2x4 sticking out the back of the truck. Like, it's just like, it's way the fuck out past anything else. But it was a long 2x4. It just wouldn't go any further. I had it against the back window, and I'm telling him it's against the back window, and he don't care. He don't want to hear it. He's like, yelling at me, and he's this and that. I'm like, Dad, I go, it's all the way in there. And he goes, oh, bullshit. And he's yelling at me. I mean, literally yelling at me. And he grabs this 2x, dude, and he fucking slams it in, and it goes right through the back window of the truck. And I'm like, oh, shit, he's going to be really mad now. Like, I was scared, I'm like, he's really going to be pissed at this point. And he just looks at me and goes, see, I told you it'd fit. Oh, I was dying laughing. It was funny shit. What was the other conspiracy you sent me? I don't remember. There was the rain machine. What was the other one? I can't remember now. I'm trying to remember what it was. I got one for you. You want to hear something crazy?
Go ahead.
Aldi's. You like shopping at Aldi's?
I used to, I haven't been there in years. I live right by Save-A-Lot.
Yeah, Save-A-Lot kind of took over there in South Lorraine. Amanda goes to Walmart all the time, but we used to go to Aldi's.
Because you probably live closer to Aldi's.
I think I still do live closer to. I think they're the same, probably from Aldi's to Walmart. It's probably the same, I would bet. but she goes to Walmart most of the time. But Aldi's is a good store. I mean, everything's reasonable. It's cheap. It's nice.
Yeah, but what's your point?
I was watching a thing. I found out Aldi's is like number one in customer satisfaction in the country. You know,
Wow.
and they have another company that's number two in customer satisfaction. It's the same company. Trader Joe's.
Oh, yeah?
It's the same company as Aldi's. It's funny because everybody's broke goes to Aldi's, and all these like yuppies go to Trader Joe's. It's the same damn place.
Hey, they cater to everybody. That's smart. Shit. Good business. Who's their marketer or who's in charge of their marketing is pretty smart.
I'd like Aldi's better than Save-A-Lot, I think, for the most part. I mean, I always liked Aldi's. I never had a problem with it.
To me, it's just convenience. Save-A-Lot's right there. So
Yeah,
there's no reason for me to drive across town to go to.
No, right.
Order to
Especially
Sheffield.
when you're shopping for yourself. You don't go like weekly grocery shopping and all that shit.
Did you notice this one too?
I can get down with Aldi's. The Urban Legends tattoos.
Yeah.
Who's that across the street?
Yep.
You ever had you don't have any tattoos, do you?
One.
You do have a tattoo?
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, well, I want to get
I was gonna make up some bullshit where it is and everything else, and I was like,
that would have been pretty good.
Yeah, I should have.
I'd have believed you too, 100%. I'd have believed you all the way
I should have
through.
went with it.
I'd have believed you 100%. I would have never even wanted to see it.
Yeah, and I showed you anyways.
Yeah, that's a freaking. But Aldi's being at the same, and it got me thinking about like grocery stores. Like, yeah, more people should shop at Aldi's. I don't see why they don't, especially now things are tight.
Did you get like paid for saying that or something?
At Aldi's?
Yeah, did they sneak something to you? Say, hey, you got a podcast. Can you throw this in there? Give them free some vegetables or something?
Groceries are expensive. It's hard to live.
Remember when you was trying to do that teeth thing? I don't know what the hell happened with that.
They quit paying the
They
bill.
quit paying it.
Now I'm going to Colgate. No.
Yeah. He was trying to get sponsored bad.
Yeah, no kidding. You know what Keith wants to do? Keith wants to do some videos outside of the podcast, like just go do some funny shit, like make some little skits, do some funny stuff. You know what he wants to do? I think it'll be great. I think it'll be great, and hopefully Jim Rowe ain't listening. Jim Rowe never listens, anyways. Usually.
Yeah, but he knows a lot of people.
Yeah, hopefully they
Don't
won't say
tell him.
nothing to him.
Don't
Tell it.
Hell
Don't sell it.
No, you're gonna ruin it.
You think so?
Hell yeah.
I think it's hilarious. In my own opinion, I think it's hilarious. I think it'll be great. But yeah, he wants to do some stuff like with the Rolls Royce, mess with people and stuff. I think it'll be fun. And Jim Rowe's one of them. We want to roll up there.
You just ruined it.
It don't matter. He ain't gonna hear it. The only one I'll show him is Tom. Tom, don't show him the video. But we want to roll up there and put like hidden cameras at night, and get the kids to let us put hidden cameras in there, and then have Keith come in with the Rolls Royce in the morning. Just tell him it's like making a clickety clank sound, and like the Grey Poupon dispenser isn't working properly.
You just ruined the whole joke.
Not when you get that video of Jim. That'll be great. That'll be golden.
Yeah, but you should have waited.
I don't think anybody will tell him, honestly. I really don't think anybody would tell him. And he ain't going to listen. He don't listen. He's freaking, that's how he is. He just don't listen. He said that we suck at this, is what he told us.
Probably do.
So he kind of deserves it.
Tell him he sucks as a mechanic. How's that?
No, hell no. He'd be working on my shit. That's who fixes my stuff for me. I can't do that. And he fixes everybody else's too. In the family, the mom, the daughter, the wife. And he takes care of my daughter. Like he comes in there. Well, sometimes he comes in there and he just does whatever she needs done to her car. Other times he just charges me for it. But he won't charge her.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Act like he's real nice.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hey, you owe me
You're right,
for
you
your
owe
daughter's
me.
car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's a bill for you.
Or it'll be worse. Like I think when she needed tires, I think he got my pistol gripped AR for me, and so he wouldn't even take money. He's like, no, pistol gripped AR is all I'm taking. That's it. But I'm gonna pause for 1 second. I gotta get this fan on. We didn't turn the fan on this time. Tom said, "You want me to tell him?" I'm getting his comments now.
All right, all right.
They're showing up.
Yeah, I got his.
Yeah, we didn't have that fan on. That's why you're going, oh, it's smoky. You're the only one smoking. I wasn't smoking. Yeah, don't tell him, Tom. It's going to be hilarious, I think.
That ain't going to work now. You screwed it up.
No, Tom ain't going to tell him. Tom will want to be there and watch it himself. He'll laugh. But he wants to do other stuff like that, too. Not just that one.
Yeah, I want to do some pranks. I think pranks would be funny.
Yeah, I think it would be fun. Yeah, we could do all kinds of cool shit with that. And that's kind of cool. Like the Rolls Royce helps. Like that makes some funny shit. You could do some real funny shit with that. We could get him to go like through drive-thrus and like complain about how much he's paying for shit. That would be funny. Like how much? You know, trying to Jew him down. Oop, I shouldn't say that. That's a racial slur.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Ben Shapiro. So you don't like the idea of Aldi's? You don't like the idea of shopping at Aldi's?
No, I didn't say that. I just said it's not convenient for me.
No, I know, but you're like, oh, you're making money off of it.
No.
When's the last time you went to like Giant Eagle or anything?
I don't know.
You don't ever go there anymore? They're expensive.
I don't go nowhere.
Just save a lot, that's it.
I usually just, I don't go anywhere.
Yeah. This is what it is, I guess.
I'm single. I just go stop at Burger King. Well, I don't really like Burger King, but wherever.
That Burger King is always so good. What the fuck was it? Is that those guys cleaning down there?
I'm sure.
How'd it come through so loud this time?
I don't know. But what is that? They got a new grate sitting there on the table?
No, well, yeah, he's going to replace the one was bad. He's replacing one that was bad.
Yeah, I seen it sitting there.
But that's aluminum. I'm going to order stainless ones. You can get those aluminum ones are the same price. Like for what he's charging me for that, I can order them online and get them here, the stainless ones, and replace them all with them. But I'll do like so many at a time. They're like $20 a piece, $28 a piece. You make it nice. It'll clean it up back there, brighten it even better than it is.
Yeah, it looks good when they get it cleaned up. That looks good.
Yeah. Angel cleaned it last night. We were out of blast off. He used degreaser, and he sent me a text and picture of how great it looked.
So, yeah, I'm getting it done tomorrow.
No. The grill.
Oh.
We were out at a blast off to clean the grill, so he used degreaser. He asked me, I said, use the degreaser. It's the same thing, just weaker or whatever. You know, I used your line. So then he sends me the picture. Oh, it worked great, blah, 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 you know, this and that. So then I come in this morning, and the fucking grill's on. He left it on all night. Clean. It was clean. I'm not saying it wasn't clean. No, he did a good job. He's been doing a great job.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah. He looked like he was ready to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's doing a great job. And, Summer, she worked with him a couple times. She's taught him very well. Summer's awesome. I love Summer.
Yeah, she's a real good worker.
Yeah, she's been real good. She sits back there doing her thing every time. Look, there's that random guy again. That used to come in here?
That one guy, yeah.
The one that used to come in all the time?
Yeah, he used to work with me, too. I can't remember his name, though.
Yeah, that's funny. So, I had some notes. Let me go look and see what I had on the notes. Oh, the Stanley Cups. Have you seen these all over the internet everywhere?
Yeah.
The girls are buying like the Stanley
They
thermos.
said the new ones got like lead in them or something.
Yeah, they're testing positive for lead. Yeah,
everybody's going crazy over them, buying them, fighting for them, and they got lead in them.
Yeah, Yeah, and then they put out a notice. Stanley did actually put out a notice about it that says that the lead is used to bond it during the process or whatever, and that unless the cup gets broke, you won't have lead in it. It's like, what the hell? What does that mean?
So it's probably between the aluminum and the outside.
They said they're taking brand new ones and testing them, and they have it. Period. So
Yeah. So
I mean, they're doing lead tests, and they're there.
so all them people that was fighting for him, I got me an old Yeti cup.
Well, Yeti's one of them too. They're made the same way.
Nah, that mine's old.
Oh, but still, I think they were always made that way. Stanley isn't a new product, dude. I mean, all my thermoses for
But
years have been
they
Stanley.
didn't say it was the older ones. It's the newer ones. The way they're doing it. It's not the older ones.
I would think lead would be the way they've always done it.
I don't know. I never heard of them having problems with the older ones. It's the newer
Yeah,
ones.
they
Probably
just don't
mass
go
producing
telling them.
It's probably the way they're trying to hurry and put them out. Is probably what it is. I don't know.
Yeah, it's great. There was a woman got caught stealing them. Did you see that? A whole trunk full. She had a trunk with like 300 of them
People
in
are
there.
crazy over that shit. Man,
Over
little
the-
fads. It's crazy how people act with
The
little
Stanley
fads.
cups. I don't get it. I don't understand. Like, I mean, I loved my Stanley thermos. I mean, I've
Yeah,
had
the
one.
old ones, the
yeah,
green one?
yeah, I've had one of them for years. I mean, that's
What is it, like 3 cups? You can only really. It looks a lot bigger, but you can only get like 3 cups in there.
well, it's got the. I don't know. I know it's. I always use the lid to drink out. Honestly, I never poured it into a cup too
No,
often.
yeah, I'm just saying, volume wise, it's only probably around 3 cups.
If that, I don't even know
Yeah.
if it's 3 cups. I know they were good because they weren't glass. My grandma always said the glass ones are way better, but they'll, you'll drop them and break them.
Yeah, yeah.
But she used to always say that they're way better because she would put our soup in it and stuff when we were kids to go to school with the glass ones, keep it hot. And our hot cocoa. And our Superman lunchboxes, Batman
Yeah,
lunchboxes.
they don't do the lunchbox thing no more, do they? It's like a bag or something.
Yeah, they're kind of, yeah. I mean, I think they still sell them, though.
Probably, but that's not really what kids are using.
Yeah, they're like, Dylan's is like a soft one, but it's still, I think I want to say it's something. I don't remember, but it's not like it's nothing. I think it's probably like Roblox or something, or
Everybody had lunchbox.
Fortnite or whatever, but it's just a soft one.
Right.
It's
I'm
not
saying the tin
the metal
ones,
tin one. Yeah, right.
Those were pretty cool.
Yeah, they were cool. I liked
That
them.
little cooler in there.
Yeah, and it was all organized
Yeah.
perfectly. But I mean, Dylan's is organized. Amanda's has all these little compartment things that like has his strawberries in it. And has all the same shit. It's just not the with the metal. Remember it had that thing that folded over the thermos to keep it from moving around or something. Probably because it was glass. It probably would have broke.
There was no glass in that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, in a thermos. Yeah.
In the thermos, in the liner, it was glass inside. Not like if it broke, it wouldn't go inside your your drink, but it wouldn't keep it cold no more either.
Yeah, but they had some pretty cool ones. Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, fucking, what was he? Dukes of Hazzard. What other ones can you remember?
They had
Scooby-Doo.
everything. They had everything, and they'd get like some rust on them by the end of the year. You'd have like a little bit of rust, surface rust coming through and shit. That's why we needed tetanus shots all the time and stuff from our lunch boxes.
But you was good after what, 2 years? I don't know how many years those shots lasted.
I don't know. I don't think I ever had one.
I think I had 2 of them.
Or maybe I did. I think I stepped on a rusty nail and had to get one, I think, now that I think about it.
I remember getting 2. I remember going one time and they asked me when I had the last one and I didn't need it because I was still good on the other one.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I can't remember how many years those lasted.
Somebody
will tell us.
Our whole life has been this puppy around the house now lately. Amanda with this puppy. This thing is cute as man. I'm fell in love. I'm all aboard now.
I remember when they came in here with that pup. You was like, I see your look like, I don't know about all that.
I'm all aboard now. I was here drinking, the day my brother, it was a 1-year anniversary, and I don't know what happened, dude. I was like, I'm sitting up here, and I was upset. I honestly was really upset up here. And I'm like, I'm going to go down and take a break from work, and I'm going to go get something to eat. And I go down there to get something to eat. I took my coffee with me. And I go down there, and I'm like, you know what? Pour me a double Crown Apple. And the next thing I know, dude, I bet you I drank 20 shots. Maybe more. I mean, I was just straight going double crown apple all day. Like, it was horrible.
The
But,
problem is the first one goes down smooth, and that's where it just
oh,
goes from
yeah,
there.
then it's dangerous. Whew. So then Amanda, knowing the circumstances, had called me, and I was probably about 7 or 8 in at that point. And she goes, "What are you doing?" And I go, "I started drinking." And she goes, "All right, call me when you want to come home. If not, I'll see you. I'll come up and pick you up about 7:30." And she comes in 7:30 with the puppy, and Amanda said, and I don't remember this. I'm not saying that I remember it, but she said I like freaking launched out of my seat and said, "Give me my puppy." But Amanda, like, dude, she freaking took shirts and like,
Was it? Did she try to kill that dog?
yeah, she did.
I'm just kidding.
She kind of did. She almost did. Dude, I'm telling you. But I don't understand because back, I mean, Gates said that because her stool was soft whenever we got her. She was 6 weeks or 7 weeks or something like that. So the stool was soft, and she said to give her pumpkin. So Amanda goes on Amazon and orders all kinds of dog stuff, like, a pin and a cage and water bowls and toys. And I mean, my house is like every day Amazon showing up for something for this dog. And one of the things was she found this powder that you can put on her food, that it's all organic pumpkin powder, so that, thickens their stool. So she's like, "Oh, okay." And she puts it on there, and he eats it, or she eats it, and everything seems fine. And then, like, the next day, she just got sick, like, real bad. So she took her to the vet, and they ended up giving her antibiotics. They were thinking it was parvo. Like, she literally was shitting out explosive diarrhea out of her ass with blood in it. Like parvo. Like, literally, it was the symptoms of parvo. Like, that was the big fear, even though she had her shots for that. So Beck, who we got it from, Beck and Angel, Beck went with her to the vet and everything. They went there. They did a stool sample, but it was no parvo or nothing. They put her on antibiotics, and she was fine. She came home, started feeling better like a couple days later, And I guess Amanda decided to put the pumpkin powder in it again to thicken her stool a little bit, because she was normal. Everything was moving around fine. And literally, I come home the next day. I think she did that at night. And the next day I come home, she's fine. She's literally running around the house, seeing me, got excited. And the next thing you know, she just kind of lays down. And, like, literally within minutes, it's the same thing. Explosive diarrhea. And, I mean, it literally happened like an hour after I got home. And so she freaks out, takes her to the vet again. And we start looking and Googling, because when she bought that powder, she's pretty good at looking into reviews. And the reviews were like 7,000 reviews, 4.3 stars. So she's like, "Oh, okay, it's good." Well, then we started to go look at it and see some of the, like, she went and said, "Let me go look at the 1-star reviews." And she looked at just the 1-star. Every one of them, exact same symptoms of this, like explosive diarrhea, blood in their stool, like all this stuff. I mean, she looked like she was going to die, dude. This puppy was in bad shape, like real bad shape. I mean, real bad shape. And I tease her and say she poisoned her, yeah.
Yeah, she did.
Well, she did inadvertently, but
Right.
I mean, it was.
In other words, if I got an animal, don't let her, like, dog sit.
No, yeah, don't let her dog sit. Yeah, she's not a dog sitter. No, she's not the
yeah.
dog sitter. She's not the dog sitter. Don't do that.
Well, if you don't want your dog anymore.
No, she's now, I can't say that. She's great. She loves that thing to death, dude. You could see her all lit up. But she made, like, because it's got like this pen. It's not a cage, it's a pen is what it is. But she's got it folded up in the corner. And she took like, at first it was shorts, now she's on the t-shirts. But she puts it in the corner, like up 8 inches off the ground or something. And the puppy has its own little fucking hammock in it, dude. It's cool as hell. Like, it is the cutest thing. It just chills in the hammock when it's sleeping, and this thing is a cool ass little dog, Frenchie bulldog, fluffy Frenchie bulldog.
I see, it's cute.
Yeah, it's real cute. I don't know if it'll stay that way, but it is now.
What do you mean? It stays small like that, right?
Yeah, it is a what do they call that? It's a
Micro or
micro, yeah. It's a micro. So I don't know how small it'll stay. I really don't know. But we were looking like at its paws compared to paws on other. I think it will stay pretty small. I don't know how small, but it definitely will grow. It's already grown since we've had it. Frickin' belly's about this big around now.
It's from Amanda trying to kill it.
There goes Brian.
Yeah. Where you been, man?
Good morning.
Oh, Brian.
He said yawn. Yeah, you got to see this, though, the hammock thing. I'll have to show you a picture of it. It's pretty wild. Like, I never would have thought in a million years to put a hammock in there for the dog. I want to put one up in the house now for me.
So, look, years ago, Thea had a dog. This was a long time ago. And it got parvo. She takes it to the vet. The vet says, you can take it home to die or we can put it down. She's like, what are you talking about? My dog ain't going to die. So takes the dog home. I felt so sorry for the dog, but she puts this fucking IV in the motherfucker. Little bottle, all this shit, puts the IV in the dog. A couple days later, she's giving it all kinds of shit. Fucking dog's healthy as shit. Fucking biggest boxer you ever seen. I'm like, what the hell?
But it was parvo?
It was parvo. So then I was over Vernon's. This is years later. So I go, well, maybe not that long, but about a year or two later. Vernon's dog gets parvo. And then I go over there, his wife's crying that the dog's going to die and all this shit. And I was like, a friend of mine, she just saved her dog from that shit. And then she goes, how? So me and her actually drove over there and got the bottle and some other stuff they gave us. So we go back to the house. So I felt so bad for this dog. We were squirting shit down its mouth. She plugs that shit in the dog. Me and Vernon sitting there all night, pouring a little bit in the mouth all night long. So the dog's coming out of it, you know what I'm saying? So a couple days later, we're over there. Their dog's healthy as hell, running around. So Vernon's wife tells everybody, I was up all night saving this dog. And we're like, well, me and Vernon just looked at each other like, she went to bed at 10 o'clock. We stayed up like till 7 in the morning, just kept squirting this dog and shit. And she tells everybody, we're just like,
Around here, we call that pulling a Danny.
Yeah. She's like, oh, I was up all night saving my dog.
Remember that time you did all that work down there in the bar, cleaning up the bar back there and everything, and Danny walked in and said something about what all she had done?
Oh, people are crazy.
Yeah. But, she was with you doing it. Organizing it, maybe.
What was it called? Moral support.
Supervising.
Yeah.
She was supervising.
Well, she was the manager.
Yeah. But yeah, that's been our life though, that dog. This thing is as cute as it can be. It's a little cute ass dog.
Yeah, Stacy will tell. She probably told a million people that
she
was
stayed
up all night long saving
Was she
my
snoring
dog.
the whole time?
Oh yeah, it was bad. Nah, I'm just kidding. But yeah, she slept. Me and Vernon's over here squirting that dog in the mouth a little bit, just a little bit, keep it wet. What it is parvo. I think it's the dogs dehydrate is what happens.
Yeah, I think that's what kills them. I think they get it's like a bug that gives them like a diarrhea of some sort or whatever, then it just like dehydrates them basically.
We're like, well, if you keep them hydrated, they ain't gonna die. So we just kept keeping that dog going, But it was wild. Like we didn't know what the hell we was doing, but we stayed with that dog all night and just kept on.
Yeah,
like
we had one.
Later, it was
we
fine.
had a pit bull that got parvo when I was a kid. Well, I was probably about 18 or 19. Precious, but she survived too. Same thing.
Throw a picture up of your dog.
That's Kathy. Is that Hannah's mom?
Yeah.
Hannah Banana's mom. I tried to get Hannah to come up here drinking with me when I was here Wednesday.
That shit would have been funny. Was she here?
No, she said she was on her way to Florida. I tried to. I texted her. I was like,
"Girl be traveling, no, she's
come drink." I got a message yesterday from Sam P.
I seen it.
They want to come redo the Melody of Hope.
Yeah, go ahead, send it in.
They want to redo it. It's not a bad idea. Let them. I don't care. It's funny. I like the humor of it. That's good stuff. And it's even better that they don't take it to heart too bad. I like that. You know what I mean?
Who don't take it to heart?
Haley and Sam P.
Haley took it to heart.
But she wants to redo it.
Because she always likes to have the last word. That's all that is.
Yeah, but
Let her, but I
does she not know me?
Yeah, she won't get the last word.
I'll be out there with Tom McDonald and Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, that girl, she just does not. Even when she's trying to admit she's wrong, she still throws a little jab in her that she's not wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I feel like a lot of people do that, though. I feel like a lot of people do that.
I'm sorry, but
right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right. It's not a real. It's not a real apology.
Right. It's not admitting you're wrong. It's like
it's not
pacifying
a real apology.
somebody.
Yeah.
You know.
It's not a real apology.
Yeah. Okay. I'm in the wrong, but you know, like,
right.
what the hell's a but?
I wouldn't have done it,
right.
But yeah. That I feel like that happens all the time.
Yeah, all that bullshit.
Or they'll make an excuse. If they don't blame it on you, they'll make an excuse. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I was in a bad place at that point.
That's what I was saying about that. What was that word they keep saying? What is it?
In my feelings?
No, going through it or...
Oh, going through it. Yeah, that's what they always... I'm going through it. Yeah, they're always going through it.
Right.
They're always going through it.
I'm going through it, so you gotta shit.
No, yeah, everybody's always going through it. You hear that a lot. Yeah, that's a common one.
Yeah,
going through it.
I was going through it. Okay.
Well, you know what? I think that they don't make life tough enough on kids, I think that's what it is.
I don't know.
I think we need to, frickin' lock the kids outside again, I'm not kidding, dude. I swear to God. I think that the kids are weak now because they don't get that, disappointment early in life. Like my life, growing up, everybody just saw what what my father was like. I had my mom too, my mom was much more stable than my father. But when you take there was real problems going on in my life. We were worried about food and shit like that. I remember my mom, we got an apartment before we lived in the projects. We lived on the east side of Lorraine, and we lived in this apartment, the Silver Lining used to be underneath it. It was right at the corner of Delaware and E Street or G Street. I don't remember. One of those two. G Street. So we lived in this apartment, but in order for my mom to afford to live there, it would take all of it. It would take all of our money that we were getting, because that was when her and my dad divorced. You know what I mean? So it would take all of our money to pay the bills, to live there. So in order for my mom to be able to buy toilet paper and toothpaste and stuff like that, she would literally sell a few of the food stamps to my grandmother, which it wasn't a lot. And my grandma was giving her dollar for dollar. It wasn't because you could sell food stamps back in the day. People used to buy food stamps all the time. But my grandma would give her dollar for dollar because my grandma didn't have a lot of money either, but she was going to go to the grocery store regardless, you know what I mean? So she'd give her dollar for dollar. And that's how she would buy her toothpaste and toilet paper and shampoo and stuff like that, you know what I mean? So, it was it was real problems in your life, you know what I mean? It was and these kids are coming up soft and they don't have any real problems, and then they think that problems are not, things
They're
that aren't
huge.
problems are problems. They don't have anything.
You're just man, I wish I had them problems.
Yeah, well, yeah. I think the world as a whole, people seem to spend more money today than they ever did.
I'm full of shit, too.
And definitely I'm full of shit. There's no question. But what, you don't love her now, Brian?
I know. Yeah,
what
you used to love your mom.
What did she do to you?
Damn. he's gonna backtrack on that. Watch.
I'm sure she used to love you too.
She don't like you no more.
But no, yeah, that's what I think the problem. I think that some of these kids need real problems in her. I think that that's the reason, you see that cycle go on so much. You watch that cycle that goes on in life where people that are raised by the broke people end up successful, and the people raised by successful people end up broke.
Such a perv.
Oh, everybody, yeah. Everybody thought she was beautiful. There's no question. Yeah, Brian Shepard. One time I remember Brian Shepard come to pick me up at the house. We would walk to school together. And Brian knocks on the door, and my mom comes to the door, and she had just woke up. She looked leftover as fuck, makeup smeared and everything else. And she goes, or Brian goes, we're walking to Homewood, you know, and Brian goes, what happened to your mom? Yeah, she was beautiful. Everybody thought she was beautiful. Yeah, for sure. She was a very beautiful woman. All my friends would talk about her all the time to me. Be like, shut the fuck up. And she had a tattoo on her face. Back then it was a carnation. And then by the time I was like 16, she turned it into a rose. Now it's a turtle. Like, that's just crazy, right? A little bit. I mean, who has a mom? I mean, what would you think if your mom put a tattoo of a turtle on the side of her face?
I don't know. What is it called when it's a cocoon and it changes?
That's what it is. That's what it was.
Yeah,
it went into
it bloomed or something.
Yeah. What is that called? What is that called?
Oh, I can't.
When they
remember.
hibernate and then they come out as something else.
Yeah.
That's what happened to her carnation.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, what would you do if your mom?
What can I do? That's her business.
No, but how would you feel about it?
I'd be like, it's her business. I don't care. She can
I mean, my mom, I grew up with it. That don't bother me. That was
she'll
there when
put
I got there. But
swastika or whatever on her forehead, I'll be cool with it.
But I grew up with it. It doesn't matter to me. But I mean, I think about that like other people, because I don't even see it anymore. And people say,
Right.
your mom's the one with the tattoo on her face. And I'm like, I forget
Yeah,
that's
like, oh yeah,
the dominant thing on her. You know what I mean? I forget about it. I don't even see it no more.
right.
Which is odd. You know, it's just.
That's like a person you're around with a handicap. You just don't notice it after a while. You know it's there, but you don't. You know what I'm saying?
Really? Like what kind of? Well, maybe a small handicap.
I've been around friends with all kinds of stuff, and then after a while, you just don't even notice it.
Really? Because I know I always notice, like, because I think of Shane when I think of that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Metamorphosis. There you go.
Metamorphosis,
There you go, Brian.
What has he got? He Googles
Morphed.
everything?
Kathy already said it. She beat you to it, Brian.
Your Google was slow. Internet. Get better internet.
Yeah, you got to get the same internet Kathy got.
Yeah, it's quick.
Yeah, morphed. My mom's carnation morphed into a turtle now.
What's going to be next year?
What's going to be next? I thought the turtle was just threw me for a loop, like, because it was a flower, then another flower.
Yeah, it's probably some kind of meaning to her.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, that's probably her spirit animal
Yeah,
or something like that. She's
Cool.
into that spiritual stuff.
What do you think your spirit animal is?
My spirit animal? I don't know. I never considered it. What do you do? Do you have a spirit animal?
Probably a dog. I don't know.
A dog?
Yeah.
Like
I
what?
like to bark.
Like a
lot.
chihuahua?
Probably, but with like a lot barking.
A lot of barking.
Yeah.
That's a chihuahua, right?
Yeah,
for sure.
That's what I said.
Yeah. Chihuahua. That's
What's
your
yours?
spirit animal?
What's yours?
I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea. Like, if I had to think, like, what would be my...
You're thinking too much. Just
I don't even know. I have no idea. I'd like to say an owl, but that's only because I think I'm smart.
who?
Me. Maybe your spirit animal's the owl.
Yeah.
I think maybe you're the owl for the spirit animal. Amanda says a lion.
Oh, of course.
I am a Leo.
Yeah, that's your wife saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she slept with me. That's why she says it. Did I send you that video, that comedy of the accidental gay date?
No.
Oh my God, dude, that is one of the funniest. I'll have to send it to you. It is one of the funniest.
Oh, is it where
comedies.
the two guys are in the front seat and the lady and the guys in the front seat and there's a lady in the back like set it up?
No, this is a stand-up comedian, and he goes, He goes, I accidentally went on a gay date. But then he's like right away, he's like, wait a minute, wait, hold on, wait, because everybody's like laughing at him in the audience. And he's like talking about how this guy takes him out, like somebody he played basketball with in a pickup game or something. And then he takes him to the Lakers game and floor seats and pays for everything.
And he wants to go out another date or something.
Oh man, I was dying laughing at that one last night. That guy's pretty good. I don't even know who he is. I'll have to look him up.
I do remember that one.
Accidentally went on a gay date.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
That'd be the worst case scenario, right? Accidentally be on a gay date. And then he goes at the end of it, he goes, and I was the girl. He was talking about how the Tahoe was hugging him, you know. It was pretty funny. It was one of my favorites that I've heard of lately. That did you see that Saturday Night Live skit with Shay Shay and Cat Williams? No. It's not them. They act like they were them. That's pretty funny. Yeah, it was pretty funny. I don't even know who it was. It was a girl playing Cat Williams.
For real? Oh,
but I don't remember who it was exactly.
They did it good though.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. I mean, it wasn't like trying. I mean, they were just off I feel like it's that like you're crazy. Like I feel like that skit was kind of putting Cat Williams out like he's crazy, and that's kind of what Kevin Hart is putting it out like as he's crazy. But then there's all these other people that are like he's pretty spot on. You know, so
everything he said was already said millions of times. You know, it's not.
No, yeah, right. I agree.
It was you go on to older.
But what about like that? He was reading all these books and he was a genius.
I don't know about all that, but I'm just saying. I'm talking about everything he was saying. It's not new. Everything he's saying was just everybody's been saying forever. So I think it's just because he said it and on a platform he was on, it made it a big deal. But that was already been said. It's nothing new.
You think he was drunk? I mean, they were sitting there drinking cognac.
No, he's like a shit starter for sure.
Not like that. That was on the next level. That was next level shit. That's what we should do. We should interview people and pull out the alcohol, whatever they like.
That's what I was thinking. Get them drunk. I was thinking that the other day. So, you ever see that one? They're all sitting there, there's all kinds of liquors on there. What do you want? And they're pouring them.
Yeah.
Let's get somebody up here drunk.
Get them drunk and see what comes out of their mouth.
Oh my God.
Dude, that's when the funniest shit comes out anyways, usually.
Yeah. And there's always truth to it. But over exaggerated because they're drunk, and it changes it a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so it makes it controversy.
I remember years ago, Amanda's friend got real mad at me. We went to meet her, and she was saying something about her boyfriend being an alcoholic, and he's an asshole when he drinks. And I go, my experience is you're either an asshole or you're not. The alcohol just kind of
enhances one way or the other.
Right, brings it out. And she got pissed that I said it to her, but it's true though. That's how I see it. I mean, typically, if you're an asshole, it comes out when you're drunk. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I'm usually in a pretty good mood when I'm drinking. But I was for a while there. I haven't drank in a long time. But I was being mean to Amanda when I was drunk. So I kind of tried to stop drinking because I don't want to be mean to her. I don't know why I was doing that. She said I wasn't this last time when I got drunk the other day. Mm-hmm. But that's not a good. You know what I mean? That's not a good
wake up. To wake up to knowing that you was being mean to somebody
for no reason, that's just silly. Like it just doesn't. And they say alcohol, it's like that. Like at first you're fun with it, and then it eventually turns you to something.
I hardly drink anymore. I can't tell you the last time I drank.
No, I can, but I don't want to drink no more. But I haven't been drinking at all. Other than that, I drank that with Tex on Chris's birthday, I think, and then I just did that one too, but. That was those were going down smooth. They were delicious.
That's the days I get in trouble.
But the problem is that what I don't like is I started having a conversation with Angel yesterday, and he goes, "Yeah, you told me all this the other night." That's embarrassing. You know what I mean? Like I have no clue that happened. Same with the puppy. Amanda says I come in there going, "Give me the puppy." I have no clue. I have no clue about that. I don't remember the puppy even being there. He says that's why I don't drink dark. I don't buy that shit. I think alcohol's alcohol. It all makes you fucking stupid and loopy, regardless.
I don't know. I don't know. sometimes, man, just certain alcohols or certain beers, I do get a different feeling out of them.
Well, I was always blacking out on vodka because I used to. My favorite thing was Red Bull and Goose. That was my favorite, like years ago. But I wouldn't remember anything ever. I just kept blacking out every time.
He said all clear now.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm not a big clear
So a
fan.
lot
I
of
like
people come in
whiskey,
here and say that,
bourbons, whiskeys.
Well,
I
look
like
at that.
that
Everybody says about Tex with that certain
with the
whiskey
Jack.
yeah,
But the difference with that is that
the mood, and then
it's not that he's just drinking Jack. It'd be the same if he was drinking tequila. It's that he's drinking liquor, not beer. You know what I mean? But it's just Jack's happens to be what he drinks. You know what I'm saying?
uh,
I don't think he'd be any different on frickin' tequila. I think he might be worse, maybe. I don't think it matters.
I think
I
it's
think
that.
liquor's liquor.
I think it's that. What is that? That where they give you that fake pill. You know what I'm saying?
Which one?
Where it's just like sugar, and they say it does something for you, and then it actually does.
Placebo effect or whatever?
Yeah, I think that's what it is with the liquor. You think, if I drink this, then that's the kind of mood I'm gonna be in. If I drink this is what kind of mood I'm gonna be in.
No, I don't think it's that. I think you're onto something, but what I think it is I think you order based on your mood. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're in that mood, like me, I know when I'm drinking, like if I'm just doing shots with everybody, I'll drink whatever. But when I'm in that sour, like when I'm upset, I go to whiskey or usually a Jack or Crown Apple.
But
One
you
of the
already
two.
started off being upset.
Right. You chose that being upset. Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not
Right.
like you didn't look at that and think that's what I'm going to be, but I was already there
That's
when I
kinda like
started
what
with
I'm
it.
saying.
Yeah, but I think I think you choose based on what you know what I mean?
Right. And then you could justify it basically by saying, "Oh, that's because I was drinking that." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you were already in that mood.
Right.
You were already there. Brian said Jack beat my ass. I can't even smell it. That happened to me when I was a kid. When I was
too, Bacardi. Whew.
Mine was my dad, actually. I went down to West Virginia with my dad, and he let me drink a beer on the way down there in the truck, you know? And we get down there. I was 14, I think. I was young. We get down there, and my cousins are all there. My dad does whatever he does. I don't even remember where he was at, but I was with my cousins. They had this like little shanty-ass house that was like up on the river.
He probably went to the KKK meeting.
I don't know where he was, but I was with my cousins because I mean I got a bunch of cousins down there that are like my age. They used to live up here, so we were pretty close, you know. So I'm at her house, and Sean pulls out, which Sean's a girl. She pulls out a bottle of Jack, and I started drinking it, and that was when I was 14. I didn't touch Jack again until I was like 39. I could not even smell it. It would make me want to puke. It was so bad. But then at 39, I made up for it.
Shit. I'm surprised I could drink Crown Apple now.
I could drink Crown Apple straight. Jack, usually I like Jack and Coke. I like something to like dilute it a little bit. It's too much to be just straight Jack.
Boy, I'm talking about that day, me and Hannah. That's why I was like, I'm surprised I could even drink that.
Yeah,
shit
that's
anymore.
true. Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah, you're right. You should probably and you puked everywhere too, didn't you?
All over.
Yeah, that's
That was
right.
pretty nasty. Yeah.
When Hannah beat you.
Yeah, okay.
Kathy drinks tequila. Is that true?
I don't know what she drinks.
I ain't never paid attention. I don't know if she drinks tequila or not.
She always comes like to the machines with something in her hand, so I don't know what she ordered. You know what I'm saying? Like she'll come play her little machine.
Yeah, but it's always a mixed drink of some sort,
Yeah,
probably.
I don't know what it is. She'll have her drink and come sit down and start playing.
Yeah.
So I'm usually not sitting at the bar anyways. So I don't know.
Yeah, someone was in here yesterday looking for you. She was with Robin. She said you used to be her
It's probably
stepfather, maybe?
what the fuck?
No, what did she say? You were her.
Probably her sister. That was Lisa's or Dawn's little sister, Kara.
Is that who with Robin?
Probably.
With Robin?
Yeah.
Yeah, she said I come in here all the time. I never see him. Robin was on one last night.
I can't stand her. She gets on my nerves. Anyway.
She was in here trashed. I mean, just completely trashed. And then she was with her, and then I don't know. She was just, she was sloppy drunk. She was on one for sure. She said that she listens to the podcast too, though.
I don't give a shit.
One more listener down.
My heart bleeds over it.
You're losing us listeners, bruh. What's that about?
With me dropping her like that, we could gain 10 more. Believe that. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, listening, I don't think really works that way.
But anyway, she just mentioned shit about my daughter to me, like telling my daughter stupid shit about me that's just not true, just totally fucking fabricated in her own fucking mind. And I didn't like that.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
she's done it twice, and I'm like, God damn, we already had this conversation. Why are you gonna go?
She sees your daughter a lot.
She says, my daughter says no. I'm like,
oh, really?
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck?
She just messaging her on Facebook.
I don't know what the fuck. She just come up to me talking stupid shit, and I was like,
she's probably sloppy drunk like she was last night. And just goes on Messenger and is like, hey.
Yeah, I'm like, why would you?
Your dad's fucking a midget right now.
Yeah, just stupid shit. I'm like, what are you talking about? Just get the fuck out of here. Like, I don't even mention her. I don't even care about her. And she's mentioning me to my daughter, my daughter and me. I'm like, what?
Yeah, you don't need that in your life.
I'm like,
there's no reason to have that in your life at all. No reason for that.
Yeah, I'm like, I knew her when she was younger, and I've known her all the way till now, and we're not that close. You know what I'm saying? So for her to jump in saying this about me or that about her, I'm like, get out of here. Like, I don't need you around telling me about her or me about,
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
It's too much.
Well, especially with your daughter, there's got to be some sort of like freaking sanctity there or something. Yeah,
stay the hell out of it.
Yeah, you don't want to have anybody saying anything to your daughter about, what
yeah,
I mean?
that's like if I just seen her kid somewhere and just start talking negative shit about her or whatever. Why would I? I wouldn't do that.
Well, that's like Lexa says that Haley talks crap on me, and Lexa gets mad about it. Like she said, like she tells people, like out and about in public, made up bullshit about me. Like just says bad things about me. Like you know what I mean?
But
like,
you know what? I get your point.
Like I think she said I'm a drug user. I swear to God, I think that's what she said. She said that I'm a drug user.
Me. Like, okay.
Like, how could she say that about me? That's horrible.
That's like if I died of an overdose. Everybody better look into that one. I do no drugs.
Keep talking about Oprah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Or Bill Gates.
Keep talking about her. See how that works out for you.
Yeah, he had all kinds of drugs in his house.
Yeah, somebody said that she was all like, she was on one of on Cat Williams too. Oprah. She was pissed about it, the whole thing, because he said something about her too, like that she was a handler for Hollywood or something. I think he did. He said that she was a handler.
Like I said though, that's been said for years, and that's all over the internet. Not from what Cat Williams said, way before that. So what I'm saying is he just put everything together and put it out at one time. So it just, like, if you didn't hear it or whatever, that one, you know what I'm saying? You might have heard a couple other ones, but then he just adding them all together. So if you went on the internet, you'd see all that shit way before he said anything.
Doesn't his mannerisms look like he's gay to you, though?
He's gay?
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought he was pretty much dumb, and that little boy whooped his ass. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, his mannerism seems like he's gay, and I don't understand if he's. I mean, in this day and age, if you're gay, you're gay. Just come out and do it.
So.
Deal with it. You know what I mean?
He just got that way about himself. I don't think so.
I mean, they even did it like the way they did, like even on Saturday Night Live, like the girl that played him. She's like on the couch like this with like her feet up. Like she's definitely acting like like she's gay. Well, as if he was gay. I think his mannerisms, everything about it, even in that interview, seems like he was gay to me. I would say that interview he looked more gay than I've ever seen him look. And he's never been married, and he's adopted a bunch of kids with no wife. It's just like he's just never been married, but he's adopted a lot of kids.
I don't know.
I'm not saying they're all boys. I didn't say that. I'm just saying that they were kids.
I don't know. I never really cared that much to look into it. Like,
yeah, but I mean, I don't care except for him denying it and saying that he isn't. Then I kind of makes me wonder, is he? You know what I mean?
Well,
It makes you wonder.
See, like you said, nowadays I don't see why he denied if he was. You know
Right,
what I'm saying?
that's right,
I don't
right,
think he is. Be
right.
honest with you, I just don't.
Right. I mean, you know, with this whole like, because he's like,
But you never heard anything about him being gay.
oh yeah, they always say that. Yeah, you hear that all the
Yeah,
time.
they're talking about his mannerisms and stuff like that. They ain't talking about like they heard things.
Well, that's like that one comedian. What's that white comedian? That one that's like, oh
he was
man,
married to a black girl and all that.
was he? I don't know. I don't know if he's married to a black girl. I don't know
Which
that
one are you talking about?
I can't remember his name right now. He's real flamboyant. Like, there's no way you would think he isn't gay, and he's married with kids and shit. Like, he's real like soft, doughy. What the hell is his name?
He's a comedian.
Oh yeah, like popular. You'd know him right away once I brought him up. But he's got the real high pitched voice too, like real like, and he's real loud. But he's like, apparently he's married and straight. Now, I mean, you could be married and not straight too. I don't know.
Well, most of them guys are.
Will Smith's married. And he's in the back room getting pounded out.
That's what they say. Who knows?
Who is the guy they're saying that was pounding him out, though? I think she's right. That might be it. Gaffigan, Jim Gaffigan. That might be who it is. She might be right. I don't know for sure, though.
What are you talking about, the comedian?
Yeah.
I thought you was talking about the one
that don't sound right, though, to me for some reason. I'm trying to think who it is. I can't. He's an older guy. Real flamboyant, though. You would really think he was gay 100%.
I don't remember we was talking about comedians, and then I was looking at some Roger Dangerfield. He was pretty funny, too.
Rodney Dangerfield? Yeah, he's pretty good. And you know the other one we didn't bring up, George Carlin. George Carlin was a master.
Yeah.
He was a master at what he did. I mean, his shit was real good.
People are going to say, well, who was it you said that said you just jumped into something?
Huh?
When we was talking about something, somebody said you just jumped right into it. Like you didn't lead up to it, but it was on a previous episode.
Oh, that was Joey.
Joey?
Yeah, Amanda's brother.
Oh, yeah, so...
Joey. Well,
with my little random thing I just said right now with the comedians, he's probably like, "What is he talking about? He just jumped into something."
Yeah, right. Yeah, but I don't understand. I don't know why he would say it, but then he claims that they were offering to suck his dick and he wouldn't do it. And
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know.
I don't know. It's weird. It's very weird, is all I'm saying. Andrew Dice Clay had a little run. I mean, he's funny. Andrew Dice was funny.
He was original. That's the thing. Nobody else did them riddles and shit.
The Hickory Dickory Dock.
Well, I'm saying he was like nobody else was doing that. Like his was totally different. You know what I'm saying? Real vulgar though, but
real vulgar. Real vulgar.
Yeah.
Did you remember that like show he had on at night? He had like a TV show on like on cable at night. Mm-mm. Oh, it was funny shit.
What was the thing that ruined his career? Because there was something that happened where that's where he just lost everything.
Really? Something? I'll have to look into it. I have no idea. I didn't know anything ruined
Brian
his.
Probably said.
I didn't know. I never knew of his career getting ruined by anything.
Yeah,
but
man,
Dice was hilarious.
He was the hottest person out right at that time.
Was he?
Oh, by far.
I know he had that show, and I know he was edgy as shit. I mean, he was real edgy.
He must have done something to piss somebody off.
And he had all those like little nursery rhyme ones. And then I remember the one that I think that for whatever reason, it still goes through my head every once in a while. No, not that one. That one's funny, but the one that, I mean, I'm literally, I bet you at least twice a month, it comes up in my head. I don't say it out loud, but it comes up in my head where he says, Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet. And down come the spider and said, "What's in the bowl, bitch?" Yeah. That, like, "What's in the bowl, bitch?" It's always in my fucking head, dude. I bet you at least twice a month I'm like thinking that when I see a bowl of something, like, "What's in the bowl, bitch?"
But yeah, something had to have happened because he was on top, and then all of a sudden nothing.
Well, I don't think he was funny anymore. Like, you can't do that for like. I mean, there's only so many nursery rhymes to like.
Bullshit.
It's kind of like Weird Al Yankovic. You know what I mean? Like once it's done, it's done. Like it's not. I mean, he was funny. The shit was funny, but it's like they were corny at the. You know what I mean? They were funny but corny.
Well, it's timing. Like I said, that's like songs. Back then, songs won't hit like they would. You know what I'm saying? Today.
Oh, sure. Yeah, like he was banned by MTV. Brian said,
See, told you Brian figured it out.
but why? That's the question. Why
Yeah,
was he
he
banned?
did something. He probably wasn't supposed to do a cussing thing on like MTV or something, and on
And
a
he
live
did.
something. He done something. I can't remember what it was, but anyways, he was blackballed pretty much.
He probably didn't let what's his name suck his dick.
Cat Williams.
Not Cat Williams, the one that wanted to suck his dick.
I don't know who it is.
The one that what's the one that they talk about? The one that was the Me Too guy. The one they're always talking about in Hollywood.
3 minutes.
A 3-minute skit at the MTV Awards. Huh. I have to look into that and see what it is. Was it funny? That's what I want to know.
I'm saying it.
It went wrong. I know he was doing like a cable TV show that was like it was
He
pretty
did a
funny.
couple
like,
movies too. They were kind of corny.
Yeah, they were not
like
good.
he was a detective or something, or a cop or some shit.
Yeah. The one that I saw, the one that I remember only, I mean, I know I watched multiple episodes, but the only one that I remembered and was him at a register or something, and there's like some lady like getting change or something or running a credit card and it's taking forever and he's just like going off on her and like, you stupid bitch, blah, 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 you know, doing his whole thing. But yeah, I mean, that's the only thing I really remember. I don't think any of them were all that funny. I think that whole thing, his stand-up, disappeared. I mean, it was funny at first, like the whole, like, you know, but then it's like it's
it played out
flash in a
fast.
pan, yeah,
Right. And that's what I'm saying. It's a timing thing.
yeah. I mean, he did good. You know, you do good on something like that, and then you walk away and
Do something else.
or change up. You know what I mean?
Right.
Not everybody's multiple talented. You know.
But you got a fan base. You can still tour or whatever.
He was the first, maybe only comedian to sell out Madison Square Garden. Huh. That's an interesting fact.
That's what I'm saying. He was big.
No, I know he was I know he was big for a minute, but it wasn't long. It was quick. It was short-lived.
About 5 years. No, probably around 3 years.
Yeah, it was short-lived. But he was funny, though. I mean, it was funny. The first times you heard it, it was pretty damn funny.
It's like Jim Carrey was funny as shit.
I don't know about his comedy, though.
I never seen a stand-up from him.
2 nights in a row?
That's the name of the...
No, I think that's 2 nights in a row he sold out Madison Square Garden.
I
think
thought that was the name of the...
These are facts based by Brian Rowe.
Yeah. So if anything's wrong...
Right. Tell him about it. Don't tell me about it.
We don't care.
I'll say whatever he tells me for facts, we're just going to put them out there.
But is Google still slower than your mom? Or no, Kathy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's slower than Lori's. Lori. Oh, yeah. Definitely slower. So what else did you have that you had going on? Nothing else?
Mm-mm.
You thinking about what you're going to do in the summer? You're going to go on your own? You're going to go work for them? What are you going to do?
I don't know.
You don't know?
It's going to be, I don't know.
Every winter you debate this. Every winter.
Well.
Every winter you sit at home debating whether you should go back. And I think by the summer you were so broke, you're like, fuck it, I got to go back to work.
No, I always go back to work, but I'm just saying I don't just, there's a lot of, it's funny because in the winter, it's when everybody starts giving you all these opportunities. Like, here, come drive over here or come drive over there. So then you're like, you're comfortable where you're at, but the pay is better somewhere else. So what do you do?
Yeah, right.
That's a big decision. Because it ain't nothing like getting up, going to work, knowing that, I'm going to work. You know what I'm saying? It's a good place to work and everything else like that. But the pay's better somewhere else. And you don't know how it is, if it's a good place to work or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if it's a good place and you're getting better pay, of course you'd go. But you get better pay and it's a horrible place to work, you better off staying where you're at.
I always felt like if you stay where you're at originally, like when you first get in, because like where I'm at now, or where I was at for when I got in was with Chris, with the Carpenters Union, with J&A. And I was there for like, I don't know, 5 years, 6 years, something like that. Served my apprenticeship and all that. Was doing good, was running big jobs and everything. I felt like I never would get the respect there because I was the apprentice that they worked with that didn't know. You know what I mean? Like all those guys. I feel like you go to the
Stuck.
next company and you get treated like gold because here you are coming in talented already. You know what I mean?
Right. And that's what I'm saying.
And it's weird because then you go back to like Chris and Joe and them guys, and it's like now they'll treat you like they should have treated you then. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it's a weird like how that works. Like because they remember you doing stupid shit. Like you know what I mean? Like they remember you going, not me personally, but they remember you going for laser fluid and shit like that. You know what I mean? They remember it. That's hard to forget. You know when you get somebody like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just like I got good opportunities. People call, ask if I want to go work for them next year or whatever. And the pay is a lot better. But then you're like, yeah, I get up and go to work there. And it might be miserable. You know what I'm saying? So you're either driving a piece of shit truck or
Yeah, you got to enjoy what you're doing. Yeah,
so working there, I get up and I feel good about going to work. But pay could be a lot better. That's all.
Yeah. Well, that's everywhere. Everybody feels that way right now. You know. I think they do. Even like in a carpenters union, you're not doing like you were. I think there's this distinct time frame that's just happened that we're kind of be part of it. And 4-foot level out of the glove box. That's pretty good. I never heard that one. That's good.
He probably got on that one. That's probably why.
That's funny. Get a 4-foot level out of the glove box. That's a pretty good one. The best one I ever did was I sent a kid up. We were working downtown Cleveland, the East Ohio building, and I sent this kid from the basement to the 22nd floor, actually to the penthouse above the 22nd floor, to get to have the kid that was working upstairs calibrate my plumb bob for me. That was one of the best ones. The other one was Wade. So Wade Bird was one of my carpenters that worked with. He was the one that worked with Anthony, actually. Him and Anthony used to do ceilings together. Actually, Wade probably taught Anthony a lot of what he knows, even though Anthony probably wouldn't want to admit it. But we were working at the YMCA in Menor on 20 there. And we're over there, and there's a job trailer in the back. And our job, like, we're down in the basement at this point. We're like, there was underneath it, there's like mechanical rooms or whatever. So we're in the back. You go out the back door, and it goes to the job trailer. So Billy, which I think Billy's actually watching right now, Billy sends, or I don't know if Billy did it or Jimmy did it or I did. I don't remember who did it, but somebody sends Wade to go get the stud stretcher out of the job trailer, you know. So he goes out there and he tells the superintendent he wants this, you know, the stud stretcher. And he comes back and he goes, he said you're fucking with me, you know. And Billy goes, what? Why did he say that? What'd you ask him for? He goes, a stud stripper. And Billy, dude, it was gold. Billy didn't even miss a beat. He goes, not a stripper, you fucking idiot, a stretcher. He goes out there. By this time, the superintendent is actually on the side street getting ready to turn on the 20 right there. And he's like running him down, dude. He's running him down at the freaking red light. And he's yelling, not stripper, stretcher. And the superintendent goes, I fucking told you they're fucking with you. Oh, it was great. Oh, my God. It was one of the funniest ones ever. Oh, that was good. But that was Billy that really got him the best, because when he came back, I would have just told on myself. But Billy, like, dude, he didn't miss a beat, you know. Oh, yeah, he got him even worse, which made it even funnier. But anyways, what were we going with that? I forget what it was. With Wade, I think that was the story. That was all I was telling. But what was I? Where were we at before that? I don't remember. Making fun of people for. Oh, I said that when you work somewhere, you don't get that respect. Like, you know what I mean? You got to make that move. But then I was saying that I think we're in a unique situation, because when I got in the carpenters union, when I was young, like 20 years old, I made $25 an hour then.
Right.
And it was enough. Like, dude, I had a new car. My wife had a new car. I had a house. she didn't work, and we had plenty of money, groceries, everything. You can't do that with the carpenter. Like a carpenter now, you're at 34. That guy's not going to have a new car for him and his wife and a house and all the bills be paid easily.
Right.
It's just not going to happen. It's just not. I mean,
That's
it's
what
just
I'm saying.
not.
Like $35 an hour. It sounds crazy good, but it's not really.
Well, I think what happened was all of a sudden, like, people's wives started working most of the time. And I don't know. I don't think it was out of demand that they had to.
They just wanted more in life. That's all.
They just, yeah, well, they were going, women started going to college in the, you know what I mean, in the 80s, 90s, 70s. They started going to college, getting jobs too. So then, you know, it seemed like everybody's wife became a nurse or something, you know what I mean? And I don't think that they weren't doing it out of demand, but at the end, what happened was they didn't start fighting for wages to pay their bills because their bills were paid. They were doing good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now everybody's kind of stuck because you're getting paid based on two people working to survive. And that's kind of crazy, I think.
Yeah, when we was younger, usually one person in the household worked. That was it.
Yeah, it was real. I mean, you had
And that's
some.
the way it should have been.
You had
like,
some.
I ain't saying not demanding a woman to stay home, but if you can afford to.
Oh, it's definitely better for your kids, I think,
Yeah.
if you can
Yeah,
afford
that's
to
what I'm
do it,
saying.
for sure. If you can afford to do it. And we had people that, like, I had friends whose their mom might have, like, worked at Convenient, or like my grandma Joanne worked at Fazio's. I think it was called Fazio's, yeah. She worked at Fazio's. I mean, you had people that did that, or my grandma always worked at the dry cleaners. But my grandpa, or at Apple Orchard, she worked at Spiegelberg too. But my grandma and grandpa, my grandpa never made that kind of money. You know what I mean? He wasn't making Ford money or steel mill money. You know what I mean? So they needed that little extra boost. But I'm talking the grand scheme of things, of all the people that, you know, now it's basically people with two good jobs survive. You know what I mean? It's wild. It's pretty wild. You know, it's not. And I think me and you fall in that category right now, where we're coming towards the end of our careers. You know what I mean? And it's changed from the time when we started till now. I mean, you could make great money before, and it's just not that job no more. There's not too many of them that are. And yet it seems like everybody seems to be making a ton of money. Like
Yeah,
not
I
in
don't
this area,
understand
but
it.
there's other places that you see it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, just like I was saying, the wages is just crazy. Like you would, like $35 an hour, you would be like, wow, that's good money. Now it's not really that great. You know?
Right.
It's not.
And you got, like, my brother-in-law, his job is, he's a recruiter for Amazon. I mean, and they make good money. They live good. You know what I mean? He does well. And it's like, I would have never even dreamed that could be a job. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're recruiting people for Amazon. Amazon still has to hire the people and all that. You're just talking
Weeding
people
them out
into
a
and
little
apply for a job.
Just weed them out a little bit.
Yeah, going to find people that want to apply. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, it seems like.
Yeah, you put a website out. There you go.
Or the newspaper used to be. Yeah, it seems like that used to be a thing that was like that. It wasn't even a job. I don't think at
you
one
still
time.
buy newspapers?
I do, actually. We just talked about this. I bought the newspaper when I found out that the 12-year-old. That's how I found out. I read it in the paper. The 12-year-old was who they were after. And I actually bought one yesterday. I bought a morning journal yesterday.
Yeah, but I'm saying you don't buy them like you used to.
No, I had it delivered most of my life. Yeah. I used to love to get up in the morning, read my paper and coffee. But now I just get up in the morning and I read the news on my phone and have my coffee.
Yeah.
That's just how, you know what I mean? That's just, it's a different world. But you're
Right.
still doing the same
Right,
system,
right.
basically. Yeah, I used to sit, I'd get the paper every morning. I'd look at it. I'd look at my horoscope, too. Did you used to do that?
No, never.
You never looked at your
Nah,
horoscope? Ever?
No.
That's because you're not a Leo.
That's because your mom.
What do you mean?
Your mom's in all that stuff. You've just been raised around that.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know why.
I don't know too many people that do.
That really?
No.
That just looked at when the newspaper
Maybe
used to
once
come
in a
out.
while or something would say comment on what it said that day or something, but not like every day. You know?
I used to always do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I always thought it was a nice little thought for the day. You know, just a little thought to have for the day. But I'm a Leo, so if you don't read horoscopes too often, Leos never say anything bad. Like it's always just like awesomeness and amazingness, and it's definitely like sunshine, rainbows, all the good stuff. That Walt is my cousin, or something. What is Walt? Is it? Walt would be, I guess, cousin. Yeah, Walt's my cousin. Yeah, he'd be my cousin. That's my mom, like on my mom's side. He's a cool dude.
Brian
You'd like
put
him
my
a lot.
mom always look at hers. What about you? Did you look at yours? Talking about Brian.
Yeah, I mean, when I had the paper every day, is what I'm saying. Like when I had the paper, I'd look. You know what I never did do is obituaries.
Yeah.
I never looked at obituaries, but I see a lot of like my friends and
Pops
stuff
up
that
now.
they do that. They read the obituaries a lot. You know.
Yeah.
But see, Brian's not a Leo either. See, I'm just saying. When you're a Leo, I mean, you just open it up and you're like, oh, there is sunshine coming out of my ass. Okay, great, wonderful.
Yeah.
I love it.
Fake news. Fake news.
Oh, man.
He said never, see?
Yeah, I see that. I see that's what he said. I don't think I believe him, though. I think he secretly looks at him all the time, lives his life by it.
Yeah, sure he is.
Yeah, I never believed in it any at all. Well, some people listen on the radio, too.
Yeah, some people are all into that.
Like, because the radio shows, a lot of the radio shows will read off the well, they used to. Do they still do that?
I don't know. You got people that are, like, people that are into that stuff. They got the crystals in their pockets. And
Yeah, my mom does. She likes the crystals. There's a whole store right there on what, Middle Avenue? Middle Avenue, right by, like, kind of by the high school, Elyria High School. It's a whole store I think it's Crystal Error, I think is the name of it. My mom goes there all the time. But Dylan, too. Dylan likes crystals and stuff. Not for healing powers, he just thinks they look cool.
yeah.
He just likes to collect certain shit. See, he did. He did live his life by it. WZAK. That was 93, right? 93.1? I think it was. Yeah, it used to have it in the mornings. When you would go on there, they would always read it off.
Yeah, but what else was pretty weird? Like, I don't know. People that go by that. Like, you gotta sleep with your head towards the north or something.
What?
Yeah, you're supposed to have your bed set where your head's towards the north.
Well, what if you roll over?
Then you're not towards the north. I don't know.
What does that help with?
I guess it's supposed to line something up in your body.
I've never heard this.
Yeah, there's all kinds of weird stuff.
Where did this come from?
I don't know. I've heard it a bunch of times.
Really?
Yeah, you always set your bed towards the north.
I got to check this out. I got to see where this is at. I don't know. How do you do that? A room is only a room, right?
Hey, my room's about smaller than this.
I mean, I'm trying to think, like in my house,
Could you set it up north?
I think the head of my bed is aimed north in my house. I really do believe it is. I think it is.
Yeah, I think yours is.
I think it is north, but I didn't do it on purpose.
Right.
But that's so weird. But Dylan's is not. Dylan's is aimed east. I gotta go fix it. Huh?
Look into it. See if I'm right. I don't know. I swear I've heard that a couple times. Look at Mike Ogle. Said he
Ogle heard that too?
Yeah. You're supposed
What
to set
the
your-
hell?
it's
Where are
supposed
you
to-
guys?
It's got to go north.
What does that do?
It lines your something up.
Is yours facing north?
Hell no.
No.
Mm-mm.
And it's supposed to line up your like.
Your aura. I don't know. I don't know.
What is it called? A chakra
Your
or
chakra. It's supposed
chakra?
to be to the north.
I don't know. That's weird. I
Watch
never heard
everybody-
that in my
Everybody
life.
listening is going to be at home rearranging their bedrooms.
Yeah, now I got to go home and rearrange my bedroom. Thanks, Dick.
Yeah.
No, mine is north. I think mine is facing north. I'm pretty sure. Which I got to go. Somebody said feng shui. We're teaching feng shui and aligning your chakras on here today.
Yeah, I've heard that shit for a long time, man. Like,
I'll have to check into that. I got to
there's
see
certain
what that
little
is.
things you hear, it just goes by and you take it in or whatever. But I've heard that for years.
But so when I'm on the boat, I'm trying to think like how that works because the boat is weird. Like when you're in the marina, it's hard to tell where you're at or whatever. And Tammy's on there. I would never know that her last name was Chandler or Myers.
Nah, I ain't seen Tammy in years.
Yeah, I haven't seen her in years either. But when I'm on the boat, when I sleep sometimes the one way, I get a headache. Real bad. And I'm kind of wondering, like, am I moving away? I don't know. I have to look into it. I thought it was because the water tank wasn't full and the boat was
I don't think
tilted
your water tank
and
is
my head
full.
and my head was getting too much blood to it. But maybe it's because my what's it called? Chakra or chakra.
Chakra's off. It's got to be pointed north.
My
boy.
boat is not feng shui.
Yeah,
this is horrible.
Yeah. You got to readjust it.
What am I going to do? Oh, no.
You never heard that, though.
I've never heard that.
Oh,
No,
wow.
I've never heard that.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to change. I'm trying to think, like, when I lived at Anthony's house, my I was definitely not to the north at
See,
Anthony's.
You was all fucked up.
I was south, actually, I
See?
think, at that time.
You was fucked up.
Yeah, I think so. I think that was all south.
Yeah. What about on, what was that?
Albrecht?
Albrecht.
Albrecht, I would have been aimed east.
See? Your chakra was all fucked up over there. See, I helped you out. Straighten your chakra out.
Maybe that's why I've lived here as long as I have.
Yeah, see? You was planning on staying there, what, a year or two?
I was never planned on living there, ever. I bought that house to flip originally.
Yeah.
I never was ever planned on living in it one time, ever. In fact, the kids were like, we should move in this house. It's beautiful. And I'm like, get the hell out of here. This house is never happening. And that's where I'm at.
Yeah. It worked out. All right. You know why? Because your chakra was lined up.
That's what it
That's
is.
what
man.
it is.
Yeah. That's weird. That's wild. It's information. We're going to have to take it in. I'm going to have to figure it all out.
Yeah. You're going to look into it. You bring it up.
I'm going to
next time.
look. I'm not only going to look into it, I'm going to try and adjust my whole life to fix
There
my
you go.
chakra.
Fix your chakra.
I'm going to fix the whole life. I'm fixing it all.
You got to make sure Dylan's bed's set up right.
Yeah, we got to fix Dylan's
Yeah,
bed too. Dylan can't be having messed up chakra.
Yeah, chakra be off.
Yeah, we can't have that. That's unacceptable. So, and now I got to go home and move beds. Thanks.
Yeah.
I already have to rip the carpet out. She bought a mattress. She found a mattress and bought it. Then she bought a bed frame. Because I'm like, what am I going to put this mat? Because I've always said I want a king size bed. You know what I mean? I just want a king size. I like king size is nice. It's just nicer. So she found a mattress, king size mattress, and got it. And now I had to buy a bed frame. Now I got to rip all the carpet out of the room and freaking pull everything out of the room and patch the holes and paint. And
Now you got to fix your chakra.
what did she say? I'm sure there's a crystal they have that will balance you out if you can't face north.
No,
who's
there's
Crystal?
no substitute for that.
Who's Crystal and what
She
kind of
goes-
sick shit is she
Yeah,
into?
she goes straighten you out.
I just got on her nerves really bad.
Yeah, we talked about her today, huh? She's gonna be like, "What?" I don't think she was on when we was talking about her trying to poison the dog.
No, I don't think she heard us talking about her poisoning the dog. That did not happen. She felt bad, dude. She honestly, I'll be honest, I think because she brought up last night something about something else that she was looking into that it might have been. I can't remember what it was. Like it maybe one of the toys. It might have been one of the toys. She brought it up again, and I'm like, but clearly it's the pumpkin stuff we read about it. And she goes, well, I don't know. I'm just checking. It's like I think she's trying to like omit her guilt.
Hey, she's gonna be aligning the dog towards the north and shit.
Oh shit! Now I got to move
Yeah,
the
you gotta
hammock.
move the hammock and shit. Damn. The chakra's fucked up on the dog is what it was.
Oh man! So it had nothing to do with the pumpkin
Nothing to do with the pumpkin.
powder.
So
It was the
giving it pumpkin powder.
and putting the chakra right.
Yeah.
You gotta get the chakra right. Somebody I posted that one video that I had about the Mexicans, all our job, like they're not coming here. It's all the other countries that are coming through Mexico. And I said Mexicans aren't even coming here because we already shipped all the jobs there. Someone came on my post and just like went, obviously a Trump supporter. What the hell? What does that have to do with anything?
Now we're a Texas supporter.
Yeah. Oh my God, dude, that's crazy down there.
Shit.
10 states now sent stuff down there.
Good.
Our troops down there. I think we sent over 300 troops down there. And then did you see the semi trucks? Oh, there's a convoy on their way down there to put up. I think from what I heard, it was over 400 trucks so far.
Wow.
Of semi trucks heading down there, like just to line up across the border so nobody can come through. That's wild, dude. That's crazy. And and you're defying a federal order right now at this point.
How?
Because Biden went to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court ruled that the federal agents can come in and cut down the wire.
What's the purpose? Why would you even do that? That's stupid.
Why? You tell me. I don't know, dude. Because this is I'm telling you, I think they're trying to set up Trump. I swear to God. I swear to God. And you know what? Trump is the guy that they can do it to. Because I feel like they did it during I've said it to other people, never said it on here before. But I feel like they did it to him during COVID. Like Pelosi and they would freaking dare him to do shit. And then he'd do it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I feel like they're setting him up bigger than ever right now. I feel like they're trying to, because why else would they put Biden back in there nobody wants Biden. Nobody. There's no chance. Even if you don't want Trump, you're still not voting for Biden because you don't want him more.
They said Michelle's going to start running.
Who?
Michelle Obama.
No, Democrats haven't even done. They haven't even done they didn't do a. What's the word of it? It's what they're doing right now. Like because Nikki Haley and Trump are still going at it. The primaries. They didn't even do a primary. They put Biden on the ticket. Period. He's the Democratic nominee. Period. That's it. That's done. That's a done deal.
I heard some weird shit now.
They talked about it at one time, but that's a done deal. That's Biden now. And you've got Biden, it's going to be Biden or Trump, and it's going to be Trump. Nobody's going to choose Biden over Trump. It's just not going to happen. And I swear to God, I think they're trying to set everything up so that Trump comes into a shit show and it all gets blamed on him. I swear to God, I think that they're jabbing the tiger, they're poking the bee's nest, and then they're going to let him come in. I think they're trying to get him like that.
Yeah, I don't see why they would even, if Texas wants to close that border up, that's on them.
There's no reason to stop them. Why? Right. I mean, it don't cost you nothing. The state's doing it. Go ahead. Have at it. Right. What do you care?
Right. Why would you allow them to be wide open like that? I don't understand it.
It doesn't make sense. If they want to put it, they're the ones having the problems. You know what I mean?
And they figured, okay, well, that's like an option to get some help from the government, and they're like, nah, they ain't helping. I'll do it myself. What's wrong with that? I don't understand that.
No, but he actually went to the Supreme Court and had the federal Supreme Court rule that they can come in and cut the razor wire down. And now there's a line. Now you've got the Texas National Guard.
How many people been crossing since that? Probably not many.
No, I seen the thing. It was literally, it's so limited now. There's nobody coming over that. Not in that area anyways.
Right.
So, I mean, they're coming over somewhere else.
So now they're going to be jammed up into Mexico. Mexico's going to have to do something.
Yeah, because they're not Mexican citizens. Right. You're right. It's not even Mexicans there. You're right. And then it'll be Mexico's problem. Yeah, they're the ones who don't want to protect their border on that end. Now stop them here and let them bottleneck there. Right.
So then they got to do something. That's the way to do it.
I don't disagree with you, but I mean, I really think that there's a bigger play at hand. I don't think that they just I think Trump's walking in too easy, I think. Bob Norton said, watch Real America Voice, Roku channel 194. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense why there's, like you say, there's no reason to go take that fence down. There's none. And why would people in Chicago and New York and Washington tell them you have to deal with these migrants that are coming in. Oh, well, we want them to come into your country where you have to deal with
Your
them.
state, yeah.
We're not going to, or your state, but we're not going to deal with them at all.
Right.
You have to deal with them. And they have an opinion about that? Doesn't make any sense. Then they throw a fit because we're sending them.
Because you're doing something about it. Now they're trying to say what
you
you're
go,
doing.
fine, you don't want to do nothing, I'll do it.
Right.
It's crazy. This is absolutely nuts.
I don't see how that the government has a say-so at that point.
Right now, the Supreme Court said they do.
Mm.
Because it's a country border, I guess. I don't know. But it's weird because the Supreme Court, how did that happen? I mean,
so why would you even have them in Canada or something? Like, you know, like you got to go through customs and all that shit. Just take it down then. You know what I'm saying?
I have no idea.
That's what I'm saying. It's crazy.
Well, did you see the sign that they have up at the airport? You haven't seen that video?
I think I heard something about it. What?
They have a sign up at the airport. Apparently, when you come over and when you're illegal, they make you download this app.
Oh, yeah, I seen that shit.
And the app is how they're going to schedule and communicate with you in appointments. You don't have to give any ID for that. You don't have to give any numbers. No, so there's nothing that links you to that app.
I seen
Just
that.
whatever information you put in that app.
Right.
The airport tells you how you can use that app to fly. Now, terrorists decided at one point that the smartest thing they could do is put a box cutter in their pocket because they're allowed to take them on the plane. So you take the rules and you play within the rules and see what you can get away with to do nefarious shit. Now, what's going to happen when you've got these people coming across the border, whether they're terrorists or not? Now you know you can come across, get an app, and don't need an ID to fly. You can go anywhere you want. You can get on a plane. You can do whatever you want now with this app. With no proof of who you are, nothing. You don't even have to have a photo on there. How's that? Not even a photo.
I seen that. They had it on, that guy was sitting there talking about that with, I don't know if it was, what is that? Congressional or whatever. Government.
Well, it could probably a congressional. It could be in Senate. You could be in front of Congress or Senate.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, they was talking about that there, and they was asking the guy that was ahead of all that questions, and he just was like, oh I don't know.
It doesn't make sense. I mean, it doesn't. There's no reason for that. I mean, I'm not saying that the app's not I mean, there's nothing you could do. If they come over, they don't have an ID, whatever. And you give them an app, that's how you, but how does that become now how you can travel through the country with you just get to say it?
Why wouldn't you just go back to they come in, you fingerprint them, you take a picture of them, you put their name on a card, you know what I'm saying? Like a passport kind of thing.
A temporary, yeah.
But then they're registered with their fingerprint and stuff, so then you got something to go by, that's all.
Well, but you know, I if I want to fly in a plane, I can't get on a plane without an ID.
Right.
At all. So why don't we just download the app? We could put whatever we want.
Because you got an ID, that's why.
They might even send us money. We might get free money and everything.
I'm doing stuff wrong.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's dumb.
Like you can download the app and you could probably get free medical that way. They probably get you on housings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, and you just download the app. You don't have to prove anything.
You could bypass Section 8 and you could just get it right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. That shit's crazy.
I mean, they don't know that I'm not from, they don't know where I'm from. I mean, what do they know? Right. You know what I'm saying? They're not asking for proof of anything.
It's just a whole stupid concept, I think. It's just, it should be eliminated. It's just.
I mean, they're not asking for proof. And if they're getting better treatment than we're getting as citizens, why wouldn't we do that?
Yeah.
I just put my ID in my closet and go put the app and roll.
Yeah, but then when the day where they're like, okay, let's get all these people out of here, they might ship you somewhere else.
No, that's why you got to keep it in the closet. I didn't say throw it away. You keep it in the closet.
Nah, I don't know. I just, some of that stuff, that Texas stuff is crazy. Texas has all the right to do whatever they want.
Not according to the federal Supreme Court.
Look at the crazy shit California does.
Yeah, California's out of their mind. I don't get what their whole, I don't know. I don't understand
That's why
anything that
moving
goes
out of
on
there.
there.
Everybody with any kind of sense is moving out of there.
And they got homeless like crazy. Like it's absolutely insane. You know? It just like and they don't care, and they just let them do it. They let them set up shop. Like,
Yeah, well, if I was homeless, and I'd rather be out there right now than here.
yeah, yeah, hell yeah, in the summer for sure, or Florida at least, somewhere
Florida's
nice.
cold sometimes too.
Is it?
Hell yeah.
Is it? That's not true.
Did they get frost this year or some shit last year?
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. It'd
Not
be
down
cold.
by the Keys though.
But California, boy.
But I would think Florida's way more south than California. I would think it would get
But
colder there.
I don't know. But California got all them. There's so many homeless there. You could just
Oh yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, they got like
blend
whole
right in.
cities. You could just move in. Yeah, they only clean them up if other dignitaries
Yeah,
come
right.
from other countries. That's it.
That
That's the
shit
only
was
time they'll even
crazy.
ask you to move.
They didn't ask them.
Well, I think they put them in hotels or something.
I don't know, but they just snatched them out of there. That's what they say. They put them in hotels.
Yeah, who knows? They
Yeah,
were gone
ain't
though.
you'd have seen videos on that. They didn't put them in no hotels.
Remember Tent City? Did you work in Cleveland when that was going on?
There was one year.
Not like that.
I don't know. I heard that was pretty big down there. I never seen it.
On the railroad tracks down there?
I don't know. Somewhere by the bridge.
Yeah, it was on the railroad tracks in that like train yard, basically right there, right where that little like
They cleaned
off
that
in the
up, too.
cut. They did, but Tent City, dude, wasn't off in the cut. When you would go into downtown Cleveland back when I was young, when I would work there, you would come in. I'm talking in the '90s, like late '90s, or well, even in the 2000s. I think it was really in the 2000s mostly. You would come in on East 9th, and you know how you got that like exit ramp, and you've got like the big grassy field in the middle of the exit ramp where you've got the round clover leaf. You know what I'm talking about?
Right, stupid.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That grass right there when you get off the X ramp, it was completely filled with tents.
Wow.
That was all homeless. We're all living right there. That was Tent City.
In the winter?
Yeah, all the time. It was always there. And it was right there, right as you. East 9th. Like you get off at East 9th, it's right there. Like you have to drive through the homeless people to basically get into downtown Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
It was wild. It
Did you see
was
what Brian
crazy.
said? He's so stupid.
They're lost a shipping container in the ocean They're lost on shipping containers.
We're
in the
talking about
ocean.
what they did to the people in California.
Oh. He sounds like my dad. Shoot him.
Put them in a shipping container.
That's what my dad said in Texas. He said, I think they're just, what they really need to do is just start shooting. I'm like, oh, Jesus.
Yeah. They got to do something.
I don't know if shooting's the answer.
Hey, they stopped it already. It's like, damn, I ain't going to say stopped it, but they put a big old damper on it.
All it took was for us to not say you can come in, and they don't come in for the most part. You get them here and there, but
Yeah.
I mean,
You
especially.
got to be dedicated to get in now, though. You going to do some swimming.
Well, you always were coming across the Rio Grande, but that's not the only place. I guess once they started doing the Razor, I guess they've been just coming across this bridge now, just straight walking across the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Because the federal government's saying, just come. They're not,
I don't understand that.
I don't either, because it's still illegal. And it doesn't make sense. Like it does not make sense.
So you got the government telling the state to break the law, basically.
Right. If you want to come here and work or whatever, that's fine. I'm with you.
Go through the processes you're supposed to go through.
I agree with you 100%. I think you just let them in, do their fingerprints and all that stuff. But I think you got to secure it first.
Yeah, you just can't just let them just run through or whoever.
Yeah, you have to secure it first so that everybody comes through. But then
Right.
once they do,
And then
just
you
let
get
them
in-
all
you-
come. Who cares? Just make sure you document them all.
Right.
But you can't have those open areas where they can just like random terrorists can
Right,
just
right,
say, "Oh,
right.
I'll just slip over here or I'll slip
Yeah,
over
I
there."
ain't saying that people shouldn't be allowed to come in this country. That ain't what I'm saying at all. I'm saying that they should go through the proper procedures to come in here.
How come they don't come through Canada? Why is it always Mexico?
Because where they're coming from.
'Cause
And probably Canada probably got more laws. They ain't gonna let them in the other side. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe.
And you got Mexico going.
No, no, see
No,
nothing.
see nothing.
I don't see nothing.
I don't know that. Well, that's making Mexico do something. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
Bottlenecking it up right there.
to some degree, or if they, I mean, they might not give a shit though. Like that, we're the only country I feel that's like feels like we have to be the most humanitarian of everybody. Like other countries are just like, yeah, fuck them. You know what I mean? I really feel like we're the only ones that just aren't just like fuck them. I mean, we'd say fuck them to our own citizens, but not to anyone else.
Yeah.
I mean, if you were born here, they'll tell you fuck them, but
Yeah, and if you got in a war with somewhere else, they just rebuild it nicer. So
we do. Yeah, that's what we do. Yeah. Yeah, like Japan, it's all hooked up.
yeah.
Went back and just rebuilt everything after we bombed them. It's kind of fucked up that we bombed them in the first place, really.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't stop. You know what I mean? That's like they just wouldn't stop. If they would have just stopped, right?
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
We were losing so many people at that point. I think they were like weapons had advanced so much, but we were still like basically like, like toe to toe with them, just shooting rocket launchers and grenades, and you know what I mean. Weapons had just advanced too much to be doing that kind of shit, and there was just people dropping like flies. It was either that or we were going to just keep losing and losing more people. You know what I mean?
All right, how long we been on now?
We've been on a long time. We're in plenty good shape for the day.
What are your question?
We trying to do a bye week this time. We're going to try and do them bye weeks now. You were mentioning that earlier. You want to do like a Wednesday special or something?
We can do it on Wednesdays.
Not live, though. I don't want to do the next one live. Like, this will only be the only live one.
Sundays.
Sundays will be the live one. And
Yeah,
then
this
the
way
other
we
one.
could, if we don't do it Wednesday, Thursday, or whatever, we could still,
You just put it out, right?
we could put it out. Yeah.
Right. We could do it today if we wanted to, but we put it out Wednesday. Yeah, I think that's the way to do it.
Yeah, but I kind of like the comments when they come on the comments.
That's why one a day I think is good. But I think it would be nice to start or one a week. I mean,
I was like, well, that's too much, but I can't dedicate that much.
But it would be nice if we could start getting like people to respond to emails and stuff, like send emails into the show or message it.
Yeah, we
You know what I
definitely
mean?
need.
Those would be better because we could think more about it than just seeing a comment and saying Brian Rowe must be right. You know what I mean? That's kind of like
No, he probably likes it.
we regurgitate. we're regurgitating some shit he just made up.
Hey, everybody, you reset your beds north. Head's got to face north.
Yeah, maybe that's our question. Do you believe in
Your chakra.
chakra? Do you believe in chakra? Is that our question?
Yeah, whatever.
Do you believe in chakra? Is that the right way? Am I saying it right?
I guess. What about or are you gonna move your bed north? You gonna reset your bed to the north?
Tom just texted me. That's a good question. He said, "Did we do our Super Bowl board?" Yes. We have a $5 and a $20 board down there.
Oh, okay.
So for anybody who wants to get on the board, yeah, there's a 20 and a 5. If we sell those, we'll keep going. So,
All right.
All right.
Set your chakra.
reset your guys' chakra so that next week we ain't got all this negative bullshit. Okay.
Yeah. Everybody will be happy with the Texas border.
All right, Russ is on. That means that's our signal to get the hell out of here. See you guys later.
Russ who?
Peace.
Kelly's Russ?
Yeah, Russ. He's still. We're still live on here right now. I just ended the sound though, and we're ending the live. See yous later. That one was actually pretty good. How'd you like it without the headphones?
It's only just us. We don't need it.
I think that you could have. You should have turned yours off though, so we don't get the back feed issues out of it.
Was there?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to
I
that.
should ride by that fucking job. See how the little river's running.
The what?
The river.
Oh,
That thing was horrible, man. You wouldn't believe how horrible that thing was. 4 hours of draining and it wasn't even done.
jeez.
And a good flow too.
Is that why they had it all tore out?
No. Because they got to build a garage and then the foundation was just fucking fucked up. So we had to put a new one down.
Was the foundation fucked up because of water?
Nah. I think it was because when we pulled that thing out, when we pulled that concrete out, it was so deep, and then it rained a couple days after that, like for a couple days. So that motherfucker was just full. It looked like a swimming pool. Chakra.
How do you spell chakra?
I don't know, look it up. My phone died. Well, you know how literate my ass is. You gonna ask me something like that. Oh. So that printer's been working good now, huh?
Yeah, now that it's connected direct, yeah. I need me some coffee too. Ugh. Man, my leg is jelly.
Shit, Huh? I need to talk to Waller again.
What's that?
I need to talk to Waller.
He said he'd give everybody a discount to come there for you. You need to start walking around with that thing. That thing's nice, man. You can have it right in your pocket. Just that charger thing.
Oh, I usually do.
That thing is amazing. You know what's cool is my truck has a plug on it.
They'll charge that.
Yeah, regular plug. It's just a regular outlet plug. But when I'm driving, it charges it.
You got an inverter.
Amanda's does too, actually. Was that one dead? Amanda's got one, I guess, in the backseat.
You got a little inverter in there. I don't know if my truck does too. I think it might. No, that one I had. That
I know my Dodge used to. My old Dodge had one.
Yeah, that Angel, the one that works here. He bought that black truck off me. That truck was nice as fuck. Shit, that guy.
Yeah, I think that truck was a lot nicer than this one.
I don't
But
think it was
this
mine.
one looks cooler though.